Underway today as massive bushfires burn out of control there. Navy ships helped evacuate hundreds of people from beaches along the country's southeastern coast. And this is the town of Malakuta, which has been cut off for days by the devastating fires. More than 200 fires in all, burning in Australia's two most heavily populated states. That's New South Wales and Victoria. Extreme heat and strong winds are in the forecast for tomorrow, and that could literally fan the flames, which have already destroyed hundreds of homes and killed at least 19 people. CBS News meteorologist and climate specialist Jeff Berardelli is here. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning.
So what's the latest on the weather pattern we're seeing in Australia?
So, we are seeing unprecedented conditions. And again, today and tomorrow, it's going to be extremely hot. Let's set it up by talking about what's been happening over the past couple of years. We're in a 3-year drought in Australia. And on top of that, 2019, the hottest and driest year on record. And just a couple of weeks ago, you may remember this, Tony, they hit 107 degrees for the average temperature of the whole country, breaking their old record by 3 degrees Fahrenheit. As a meteorologist, that is remarkable. Almost seems like it's not possible, but it happened.
So what causes it?
Right. So what we have going on right now is something called an Indian Ocean dipole pattern. That's a typical pattern. It's kind of like El Nino and La Nina. So it goes back and forth over the course of years. And this year we've had an extreme Indian Ocean dipole. In fact, a record Indian Ocean dipole. What that's doing is it's causing warm water in the western part of the Indian Ocean and cool water in the eastern part of the Indian Ocean. So we end up with rising air over the western part of the ocean right near Africa. That causes rain. But sinking air, dry air in the eastern part of the Indian Ocean, that causes Indonesia and Australia to dry out. So we have an extreme pattern of this that's happening right now on top of what's happening with climate change.
So the pattern is naturally occurring,
right,
but climate change could make it more intense?
Right. So first of all, there's a study out that climate change is making this natural pattern worse and more extreme. But in addition to that, we're seeing gradual trends take place over the past century or so, and a couple of those are this. So first of all, the number of extreme heat days. Take a look at this. In 1910, 1920, almost 0 extreme heat days, and now we're up to an average of around 15. That really dries out the soil. You can imagine the amount of heat. In addition, the gradual increase in temperature, both of the ocean and also of the atmosphere, has gone up. In fact, the air has gone up around 3 degrees Fahrenheit over 100 years. Again, that gradually dries out the brush. Lastly, fire danger in the southeast corner, especially of Australia. Look at how much it's gone up over the past 4 decades or so. So this is a situation where climate change is kind of the background. When you have a natural pattern that's causing extreme fire danger, climate change spikes it, it enhances it, it turns extreme fire danger into catastrophic fire danger.
So would your expectation be, let's talk trajectories here, would you expect to see more fires like this in Australia? And switching to the U.S. context, are we going to see a similar pattern?
There's no doubt about it. In Australia, they're in the subtropics. We call it the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. What we mean by that is places that get a lot of rain will get more rain. Places that are dry, like Australia, will continue to get drier and drier. It will get worse there. In the United States, in places like California, not every year is a bad fire year, but when it's dry for a couple of years in a row, it will progressively get worse, and this will become kind of a new norm, but only worse. One more thing I want to add is people are already having trouble getting insurance and mortgages in fire-prone areas of California. That's going to exacerbate the situation not only for fires, but also for folks that are flood-prone and folks that live near sea level. Once you can't get a mortgage or insurance on your home, you no longer can sell your home.
You don't like hearing the word fire and normal in the same sentence.
Yeah.
Jeff, thank you very much.